Welcome to the Akashic Library.
Have you ever felt like you are just stuck? Like you're ready for more from life, but for some reason it's just not showing up? Well, today we're going to dive into this really powerful idea, the direct link between who you are and what you can actually receive. It's all about expanding your own capacity to hold more. So it really all boils down to this one simple question. And I bet for most of you listening, the answer is a big, resounding yes, right? We all have that feeling deep down, that vision for a life that feels fuller, richer, and just more. You know, for some of us, that more has nothing to do with stuff. It's all about people. It's about building those deeper, more authentic connections that really mean something. And yeah, for a lot of us, it is about the money. It's about that financial freedom, right? The security to maybe take a few more risks, build something incredible, and just have that peace of mind. Maybe for you, it's more travel, more success in your career, or maybe it's just more quiet, more inner peace. But here's the thing. No matter what your personal more looks like, there is one single fundamental rule that decides whether or not you'll actually get it. And here it is. This is the core principle. It's not enough to just want more. You have to actively become a person who can handle it. The whole secret is that you've got to expand yourself first, to literally create the space in your life for all that more to come flowing in. Okay, to really get our heads around this, we're going to use two really cool metaphors, thinking of yourself as a vessel and thinking about life as a game.
All right, so what in the world is this vessel we're talking about? Well, it's you. It's your internal capacity, your emotional strength, your mental toughness, your ability to manage everything that life decides to throw at you, the good stuff and the bad. Think about it. If you want more water, you can't just hope for rain. You need a bigger bucket to catch it in.
And this leads to a pretty tough question, but it's one you have to ask yourself. If your life right now already feels overwhelming, if you're already stressed to the max, are you really, truly ready for more? Because more doesn't just mean more vacations. It also means more complexity, more responsibility, more of everything. I love thinking about life like a video game, because it just makes so much sense here. To get to the next level, you have to completely master the one you're on. And that next level, it always comes with bigger monsters, bigger challenges. We're talking more complex problems, greater responsibilities, more assets you have to manage. If you can't even beat the mini-boss on level 5, there's just no way you're ready for the final boss, right? You know, there's this simple little story that just nails this whole concept. It's all about a kid, his dad, and a single scoop of ice cream.
So picture this, right? A little boy gets a cone with one single scoop of his favorite ice cream. He is so excited. And then, splat, it falls right onto the pavement. And of course, he's heartbroken. He starts crying. His dad takes him to get another one.
So as they're getting another one, the boy begs his dad for a 2-scoop cone this time. But what the dad says next, that's the whole lesson. He says, when you learn how to handle the 1 scoop, then I'll get you the 2 scoops. See, it's not a punishment. It's about readiness. If 1 scoop is already too much to handle, 2 scoops is just going to be a bigger mess. And see, that's the big takeaway here. When we don't get the things we want, it's so easy to complain and feel like life is just being unfair to us. But what if it's not about fairness at all? What if it's just that we're not ready for it yet? Okay, so if the goal is to become ready, first we've got to figure out what's making us so unready. And that means taking a good, hard, honest look at the habits that are holding us back.
And yeah, this is going to take some real honesty with yourself. The person you are today, that person got you to where you are right now. But are the habits and mindsets that got you here the same ones that are going to get you there to that next level? A lot of the time, they're the very chains holding you in place.
Seriously, think of every single one of these as a tiny leak in your vessel. Complaining all day? That's a leak. Constantly stuck in negative thought loops? Another leak. Gossiping, judging people, obsessing over an ex. Leak, leak, leak. All of these things drain your energy and shrink your capacity. When you're constantly making a huge deal out of tiny problems, you're basically sending a giant signal to the universe that you are not ready for bigger opportunities or their bigger challenges.
All right, so we've kind of pointed out the problem. Now let's talk about the solution. And it's not about chasing after things. It's about changing who you are.
This right here, this is the big mental shift you have to make. You have to go from focusing on the outside world to focusing on your inside world. Stop asking, how can I get that? And start asking yourself, who do I need to become to attract that? The getting part, that's just a side effect of the becoming part.
At the end of the day, your world on the outside is just a mirror of what's going on inside. When you do the internal work, when you patch up those leaks, when you strengthen your container, when you expand your vessel, life literally has no other choice but to rush in and fill that space. It's like a law of nature. So I want to leave you with this one question to really chew on. Forget about what you want for just a second and really focus on who you need to be. Who do you need to become to be ready for the life you really, truly desire? Because the answer to that question, that's not just some nice thought. That is your next level.
Purpose isn't found, it's uncovered by removing what obscures it. Next, transform uncertainty into clarity in From Doubt to Done.